So अब हम देखेंगे कैसे find करना है a job with the tier 2 sponsorship. And if you come across as a right candidate, there is a good chance that you can land a job with them as well. If you want more tips on how to do networking, what if you get told today कि आप next month UK मूव हो रहे हैं? मुझे कमेंट्स में लिखकर बताओ, अगर ये चीज़ आपको आज बोल दी जाए तो आप कैसे रिएक्ट करोगे? I know most of you will say this is just a dream, Preet. This is not a reality. But no, that is not the case. You can move ASAP to the UK and get a job in the UK and make your dreams come true. So in today's video, we'll be sharing some of the best tips to move to the UK, some latest job updates and the best website to find these jobs as well. So the most common thing जो हमें अपने inbox में मिल रही है कि प्रीत job market is getting very saturated और jobs है नहीं UK में तो हम कहाँ से job ढूंढे, but that is not the case. Still in UK there is a demand for international applicants. अभी भी रिक्रूटमेंट चल रही है, शॉर्टेज ऑक्यूपेशन लिस्ट है, उस पर आप देख सकते हैं कि अभी भी रिक्वायरमेंट है फॉर इंटरनेशनल एप्लीकेंट्स इन द यूके. सो जॉब मार्केट इज नॉट सैचुरेटेड, अभी भी जॉब्स हैं. इट जस्ट डिपेंड्स ऑन आप कैसे जॉब अप्लाई कर रहे हो, कहाँ पर अप्लाई कर रहे हो और क्या अप्रोच है आपकी. सो वी विल कवर एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल. So starting with the most basic thing to get a job in the UK is going to be your CV. You have to make sure that your CV is ATS friendly and it's very well drafted. Your cover letter is very well drafted. उसमें सारी आपकी previous experience अच्छी तरह से mentioned हो. And you have to make sure it's well optimized as well. अगर आपको tips चाहिए on how to make a CV, how to make it ATS friendly, how to well optimize it, make sure to drop it in the comments. If we get enough comments on how to make the CV and the process of making CV and tips on that, we will come back with the next video on the tips on how to make the CV as well. So once you've made your CV, the next process is going to be your application process. So when you start to do the application process, I think the most underrated website that I have heard is gov.uk. Nobody is considering this website at the moment and you should definitely consider this website because यहाँ पर बहुत सारे jobs होते हैं with the visa sponsorship, and this website is like a treasure if you're thinking to move to the UK because it's got all the information about the UK, starting from the visa rules and the requirements, criteria, jobs and a lot more. So if you haven't yet gone on to gov.uk website, this is like the first thing you should be doing when you're thinking of moving to the UK. So अब हम देखेंगे कैसे find करना है a job with the tier 2 sponsorship on gov.uk website. So details आएंगे यहाँ पर screen पर as well. So once you start to look for a job with the tier 2 sponsorship, you have to make sure वहाँ पर जब title होगा वहाँ पर लिखना है आपने tier 2 sponsorship. वो एक कीवर्ड है जिसके थ्रू सारे जॉब्स जहाँ पर मेंशन होगा अबाउट द टियर 2 स्पॉन्सरशिप अगर ऑफर कर रहे हैं या नहीं भी कर रहे, वो सारी जॉब्स आनी शुरू हो जाएंगी. फिर सेकंड चीज़, आपने जो सिटी है वहाँ पर सिर्फ यूके मेंशन करे, लंदन, मैनचेस्टर, ऐसे एक पर्टिकुलर सिटी ना मेंशन करे ताकि आपको वाइडर ऑप्शंस मिल सकें. फिर जब आप ये सारा कुछ मेंशन कर दोगे, सारी जॉब्स आनी शुरू हो जाएंगी. तो अगर आपको आपके पर्टिकुलर फील्ड में जॉब ढूंढनी है तो आप वहाँ पर फिल्टर भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं कि अगर आप मेडिकल फील्ड में या टीचिंग फील्ड में या हॉस्पिटैलिटी फील्ड में जॉब ढूंढ रहे हैं तो आप वहाँ पर फिल्टर अप्लाई कर फाइंड कर सकते हैं. अगर आप फुल टाइम जॉब नहीं चाहते, पार्ट टाइम जॉब चाहते हैं, स्पाउस वीज़ा पर हैं, तो आप वहाँ पर फिल्टर लगाकर ये भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं कि आपको फुल टाइम नहीं पार्ट टाइम जॉब चाहिए एंड उसके अकॉर्डिंगली जॉब ढूंढ सकते हैं. तो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम यहाँ पर हॉस्पिटैलिटी वगैरह की जॉब अगर देखें तो यहाँ पर हॉस्पिटैलिटी का फिल्टर अगर लगा दें तो ऐसे जॉब्स आती हैं एंड यू कैन स्टार्ट टू सी ऑल द जॉब्स दैट आर अवेलेबल विद इन द हॉस्पिटैलिटी फील्ड. एंड देन इफ़ यू गो इन टू द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ वन ऑफ द जॉब, इफ़ यू लाइक दिस पर्टिकुलर जॉब, यू कैन स्टार्ट टू सी इन द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन कि वहाँ पर क्या इंक्लूडेड है, किसे एप्लीकेबल है फॉर टियर 2 स्पॉन्सरशिप, किसे मिल सकती है, किसे नहीं मिल सकती. बिकॉज सर्टन जॉब्स ऐसी होती हैं कि दे वांट द एप्लीकेंट टू बी इन द यूके ऑन say student visa or on a spouse visa, only then they can provide the tier 2 sponsorship. So you have to make sure that you read the job description in detail because all the details will be mentioned over there. So starting with some of the top tips to help you get a job in the UK. So some of these tips are very underrated as well. So the first and the most basic tip is when you start to look for the job, you see a job and ये perfect job होता है, matches to your profile, but then it doesn't specify over there that they do provide visa sponsorship. So in that case, what you can do is go to the A-rated sponsor list. Check over there if that company is listed as an A-rated sponsor or no. If it is listed as an A-rated sponsor, it means that they can provide a visa sponsorship to you. So you can make that application. And so the second tip is, if you can't find the job in your own particular role, what would you do? So say for example, you are a restaurant manager currently and you can't find any job as a restaurant manager, but there are lots of jobs as a chef available online. So what you can do in that case is start to see which companies are offering the job for chefs and get in touch with their hiring manager on LinkedIn and connect with them and send them a nice and polite message and ask them if they have got any vacancies for restaurant manager role as well, because if they are providing sponsorship for a chef, most likely there can be a case where they can provide a sponsorship for a restaurant manager role as well. And if you come across as a right candidate, there is a good chance that you can land a job with them as well. If you want more tips on how to do networking and how to build your LinkedIn profile and how to get those jobs directly to your inbox, let me know in the comments and I will come back with a detailed video for you on the tips on how to do networking, because that is some of the most underrated thing in UK. And to get a job in the UK, it is very important that you do the networking with the right people. So if you want to get more tips on how to get a job in UK, on the screen there will be a next video coming up with some of the companies that are currently recruiting with a visa sponsorship job and how to find these companies as well. So make sure to watch that video next.